So good evening, my lovelies. How are we all doing? Lovely to see you. So I've decided today will be the last day of Warships morning and night. Will be Warships in the morning and the trucking at night. And I'm going to just stick to it, and that's it. So there we go. So tonight we're on the World of Warships Russian account, the Mir Cobley, the new one, the Broken Ebeez. So I thought we'd have a bit of fun. Last night I managed to unlock my beautiful tier 9 cruiser, premium of course, so we've got pretty much all we could ever want, and we can just have some fun. Now basically the way it's going to work is we will level the ships up in bot battles, and then once they're high enough level, we'll take them over into real battles against real players and PvP. But as you can see at the moment, the host show is only a 1-point captain. Okay, so he's got a lot to do. The ship is fully upgraded. The tier 6, which is one of my favourites along with the tier 8, is not fully upgraded. So I'm going to work the tier 6 and the tier 8. The tier 8 is far from fully upgraded. Okay, so the tier 8 is fully upgraded. That's where all my millions went. Okay, so the tier 8 could go into big boy battles. And we've got a 6-point captain, which is okay, but we do need that and we do need that. Really, to be honest. So the tier 6, we've got 18 battles left until inventory's unlocked. So what is he short? It's just the conning tower, isn't it? Which gives him an extra 1,000 hit points. but the captain is very well set up. We do need that one before we go into big boy battles. So tonight we're going to... Hey up Heather, lovely to see you. Hope you're safe and well. So tonight we're going to focus on the tier 6 carrier. And just play as many battles as we can, and well, we need a few bits of dollar, which shouldn't be the end of the world to get, and we need to... What else do we need to do? Well, we need to get that conning tower, so we need a bit of dollar and we need some XP to get that conning tower set up. The tier 8, why I've set the tier 8 up, not the tier 6, I don't know. But hey ho, that's me for you. So once we get the conning tower on this, the tier 4, the tier 6 and the tier 8 will be completely set up. Okay, so I'm going to drop this where? I think I'm going to go for D or A. I made this mistake last time. I'm going to drop it right over D. But I'm going to try and get it to encompass these islands just here, so that when they come in... Okay, so that will take a while to set. So we can just forget about it now and wait for the damage to rack up. And let's hope everybody goes for D. If they go over here, then we're going to be in trouble. Hey up, Dobby, how you diddly doing? So don't forget, today's the last day of your double World of Warships live streams. It will be World of Warships in the mornings and trucking in the evening. And we'll just stick to it and enjoy it. And I'll do this stream schedule after this live stream tonight, so I'll put the trucking ones up, and hopefully we can all enjoy it and then know exactly what the hell is going on. That'd be a thing. See, I'm learning. Slowly but surely. While learning. You have to have the ship in the green reticle for it to do the most damage. There you go. Beautiful. Don't worry, he's feeling it. And already at tier 6 we're hurting them. Now, I mean, yeah, I've gone by it. So the Londons, well, there's not many gone into D. That is so bloody typical. It's painful. Yeah, that wasn't so good, was it? But anyway, it's what it is. Thank you, Dobby. So I am starting to learn and get better, for sure. I suppose really on this account what I should do is set the carriers as typical. Not one bloody hit off the mine. Not one. Oh, bugger me. I'm also learning not to be afraid of any ship. Yeah, sure, some ships are really hard to hit, but don't let that put you off hitting them and having a go, because this is what it's all about. Anything over here? Yeah, there is something over here. Up and over the volcano, you gotta love it. Through the soot. So we've got an Ishmael over here. Hey up, Bexy, my love, how are you? Lovely to see you, sweetheart. Hope you're safe and well. Hope your head's not splitting too bad. Ishmael is a fine Russian battleship. The one that I had to grind through before I got to the Sinop. Really. That was shit, weren't it? Just saying. Although we did it in. We could stick another mine. There's only 2 of them left. So the mine didn't pay off this time. Oh well, that's what it is. That must be enemy mine. Hope you're all enjoying the live streams. I'm absolutely loving it, I really am. Getting back into the old saddle. When you think it's 2 years since I've had my stroke. Excuse me, and my voice is still not fully recovered. I still walk like Frankenstein. It's tough going, but we're getting there. We're not giving up. We're pushing on. We're pushing through it, and I'm hoping this year will be a very exciting year, with lots of changes and lots of newness and lots of exciting stuff. Look at that. Bastard died just before he hit him. Son of a bitch. Consolation, well, we do have said carrier. I doubt we'll get another hit on him, because my whole squadron, check it, will get shot down by his fighter. Maybe not. He's done. Cripes. Yeah, thank you. EB will give you a headache any day. Alright, thank you, Heather. Too kind. Right, okay. So I suppose in this then, if we go to Japanese only, yeah, we can leave the Yubari in there. Okay, let's crack on. So I've got my Fanta, it's so hot here. I'm surprised the PC is even functioning, let alone streaming. Yeah. Well, possibly. But anyway. Too hot for coffee. And I absolutely love my coffee. Just saying. Where are we going to put this chap? So again, it's a toss-up. Is it A or D? From their perspective, I'm going to go D again, you know. It's just the look of the draw. It's whichever one they all gravitate to. I'm tempted to stick one right in the middle of B, in the vain hope that they all plough through it. I don't know. I'm going to go D. Screw it. Let's check D out. It's fairly clear. So if we drop this in the centre of D, we should pretty much cover the cap circle. And we'd be pretty darned unlucky not to get it right in the middle for diddle. And I know I'm supposed to go scouting, but screw it, I'm going to play it my way. And if the team don't like it, well, that's fine. They can do one. Just saying. Okay, we'll try and drop it under the D. And we'll see how we get on. You flip me as much shit as you like. I don't mind. I'm just flipping him shit. Oh, we have submarines, so I'm rather glad I went right down into that corner out of the way. Okay, I guess the first threat we've got to try and take care of is this destroyer. Although we've got one of our destroyers heading over to him. Tonkin, oh there you go. There's the mine gone off. So people are rushing into the cap, and in doing so they're getting blarfed to death. I'll have a bit of that. So this is going to be really difficult to hit him, because we need him in the green circle when we boof. That's not bad. I'm going to take that. because this chap here has seriously isolated himself, so it's his own fault. Yeah, missed. Well, look, it's horses for courses, and it's gone. But I think we hassled him enough to help our destroyer out, so the Hanachi is giving our destroyer a bit of shit. So let's head over and give him a bit of shit. Oh, it's the Hanoi, I beg your pardon, Hanoi. We want him in the green. When they go boom, just like that, beautiful. I'll have a bit of that. So we are getting a bit better, slowly but surely. We've lost a fear, and actually it's up to their team to fear us, because your aircraft carrier can be the absolute nemesis of the battle, for sure. Hey up, Skiv. There's a new American one, nice. A new American what? Tier 11 or a new American line? It's interesting, on the Wargaming one, they don't have anywhere near the tech trees that the LESTA one does. Very interesting. Let's try and go and help our buddies out in D. Although it looks like they've helped themselves. What do I recommend in LESTA? Well, whatever floats your boat, whatever you enjoy. I mean, I've gone Jap carriers and Russian everything else, apart from getting the free tier 6 British premium, the Repulse. Other than that, just, I mean, the thing is, the honeymoon period in this game is so good that you can afford. I mean, I've got a tier 8 Vladivostok, I'll show you in a minute. God, this is going to be all over the shop. What a fucking nightmare. I had a chance to finish him as well, and I've got nobody else to blame for that but myself. That was shit. So the submarine is absolutely dobbing him in. Is he already dead? He's already dead, sir. Hisa, Misa, Hisa. So we want to head to B and drop a mine in B. Because it looks like there's plenty of activity in B. Although I'm guessing by the time we get there it'll all be over at the Dover. A second American line. In what? In LESTA or in Wargaming? Or in both? Because as I say, LESTA has so many more tech trees than what Wargaming does. Capping. It's pretty much all over at the Dover. So what we should do with this mine is see which way the carrier's headed, make double sure, and drop it in front of their carrier. Oh look, there isn't a carrier. Carrier's dead. So it's only a submarine that's left. So I'm sub hunting. I have absolutely no clue where the fecker is, but I know he's got to be out here somewhere, because there's a carpet of torps there, he do be. So I'm assuming he's going to go that way. And we can mine him. Oh, he's dead already, so there's no fucking point. Limited damage second emergency DD long, limited damage, yeah. I didn't understand that, because the difference between the Japanese line is one has torpedoes, one has mines. So I get it. If we go Russian, I beg your pardon, it's on the other account that I've got the Vladivostok. So on this one I've got the Boggy Bee and the Tier 9 Sverlovsk. I've got the Emden, I've got the British Repulse. So on this account I've concentrated on the Japanese line, but on the other account, which one? I think that one. It's loading up now. I know you've got a blank black screen, but it should load up momentarily and come back onto your screens. Hopefully. So on this one I went down the Russian line of carriers, and I think it's this one I've got the Vladivostok on. So let's put it onto Russian. Yeah, we've got the Tier 8 Vladivostok, which is a beautiful ship, and we've got the Tier 8 carrier as well. However, I didn't realise I would hate the Russian carriers so bad. And of course we've got the Tier 9 Premium, and I've also unlocked via Koldiovsky. We've got the Boggy Bee. I can't get rid of the Boggy Bee. I love the Boggy Bee. And we've got the Tier 4. Now, on this account, I've got 20 million creds, even though I've got Tier 8s and Tier 9s. Kronstadt. Why am I in? Let's go Nova. I can't even pronounce it, although I do like the dragon. Oh, Ocean Knight. Let's do the Ocean Knight. See what it looks like. Yeah, it looks okay actually. So, what? No access level 16. So let me just get me freebies, and then I'll compare it to my World of Warships account, which is a full collector's account. 300% will have that, and I don't think there's anything else because the other summer one's finished, hasn't it? I've got 62 days of premium on this account. I don't know if I upgraded all the ships. However, what I have got to do is on this account, because I went pure Russian, I've got to check, go through everything and check. So this account is probably 2 weeks old, and it's nearly max level. I've got everything pretty much unlocked that's available. Okay, so this is your Mirkobli. I've got 5,775 doubloons in the bank, 20 million creds. XP is not so good, but that's because, as you can see here, I've invested in the ships that I wanted to invest in. Would I go any higher than tier 8? On the battleships and on the cruisers, for sure no. Why haven't I got a tech tree cruiser? Because I've got a tier 9 premium cruiser, which is going to earn us far more credits than anything else. Why have I got the Obscure Revolutioner? Because I want to collect the premium ships for coal only for the Russian line. So this account, bear in mind, you can see here, is probably 2 weeks old. Okay, right, your screen will go black, I do apologise. Let's load up World of Warships and let's log into what I call my COVID account, which is not my beta tester, so this is not my original account. This was an account that I made at the beginning of COVID and absolutely thrashed it for the whole of COVID. I would be shocked if thingy OBS picks it up, because it's set to Mirkobli, not World of Warships. Yeah, so let's change that to World of Warships, and it should come up on your screen forthwith. So bear in mind, this is a Wargaming account which I put my heart and soul into, and you'll see the difference compared to the Russian World of Warships account is night and day. So as you can see, I've got the collector's patch, collector's flag, etc. So let's just go through what it is I've got. So on the Japanese line, again, these are only primary ships. We've got the Yubari, we've got the Suzuki, we've got the Hosho, we've got the Ark Congo, which is one of my favourite tier 5 premium ships. I couldn't resist that. We've got the tier 6 Aoba, we've got the tier 6 Fuso, and we've got the tier 6 Ryoho. Okay, tier 6 is all I'm at Japanese. On the LESTA game, I'm already tier 9, albeit thanks to a premium ship that they gave me. If we look at the Americans, well, you've got to have a Charlie boy, ain't you? We've got the Langley at tier 4. We've also got the Marblehead at tier 5, so I don't need another cruiser. We've got the New Mexico up on I-40 at tier 6, again displaying the collector's flag. And then we've got the Ranger at tier 6. So that's Japanese and American, what I want at tier 6. LESTA, couple of days old, tier 9. This probably, I don't know what, 4 years old. We've got the tier 4 on the Russian, strong Russian. These are all perma camos because I put my heart and soul into it, etc. We've got the tier 4 Russian carrier. We've got the tier 6 Budjoni tech tree ship, and we've also got the tier 7 Sinop. Now, this is not telling you the whole story, to be fair, because I have quite a fleet. So we could put the Ohotnik, the Kirov, the Kirawan, the Murmansk, the Obscure Revolutionary. There we go. So I'm not going to put the Diana in because it's such a low tier. So in reality, this is what a shed load of grinding gets you. Now, I was very lucky that at the time the Kirov was a tech tree ship, and they decided to make the Kirov premium, which you got for free if you already owned it, and they gave you another ship. I also have the Mikoyan, which is very similar to the Kirov, just a different paint scheme, etc. And I've also got the Murmansk for coal, and the Obscure Revolutionary for coal, the Budjoni at tier 6 as a tier 6 tech tree, and of course the Sinop at tier 7. Now the Sinop at tier 7, this is my highest level, my highest tier ship. So if we go in here, you can see there's a shit ton of battle modes available on Wargaming that at the moment aren't available on the LESTA one. So these three are universal. There's no ranked battle, there's no clan battles, there's no brawls, there's no asymmetric battles, there's no operations with flagships, and there's no unbreakable line. So at the moment I can do these because these here all require, no, that doesn't, I might be able to do that. That's tier 8. I'm not interested in ranked or clan battles. Operations is tier 9. An unbreakable line is tier 9. So out of the 4 extra modes, I am still excluded from 3 battle modes because I don't have a tier 9 ship. The only one I could do would be the asymmetric battle, and I can use the Budjoni or the Sinop for that. So, you know, I mean, it's a bit of a pisser when you put your heart and soul into a main account. A lot of man hours, of course, and you know, your progression is meh at best. So on the German, we've got the tier 4 Rhine carrier, we've got the tier 6 premium heavy cruiser, the Admiral Graf Spee, and we've got the tier 6 carrier, the Weser. Basically the way it works is I use premium ships to grind credit and free XP, which then allows me to unlock the other ships that I want. It doesn't work for everybody. Now on the British, I've got the Herpes at tier 4. We've got the Devonshire cruiser at tier 6. We've got the gorgeous HMS Queen Elizabeth at tier 6. Are you beginning to see a bit of a pattern here? We've got the HMS Premium Ark Royal at tier 6, which I believe is the one that Dobby bought on the LESTA account. And we've got HMS Furious at tier 6. Now apart from the Russian, I hope you're starting to see a bit of a pattern, because there's no point in me taking all these lines higher than tier 6, which, believe you me, is still a grind. So if we go to France, we've got the tier 5 Bataan, so I'm still grinding to get the tier 6 battleship, and we've got the Le Glacier in full spaceship livery at tier 6, so I can use the Le Glacier, which is, I know it's a bit funky, it's a bit weird, but this was a skin that you had to grind missions for. So the Le Glacier is actually a tech tree ship, and I didn't spend real world money on getting it. I had to grind it, and I ground it and got the free skin. It's as simple as that. That was a long time ago now. So that's France. If we go to Italy, I'm back at tier 5. I've got the Montecoccoli cruiser and the Cavour battleship at tier 5. So we've got work to do there. On the Pan Asia, well, that's already at tier 6, but that's because of the free premium ships. We've got the Anshan, and I think I got both of these for coal, if I remember right. So we've got the Anshan Tier 6 destroyer, and we've also got the Hongji Tier 6 cruiser, and I don't know why I've still got the Longjan, other than I can't bear to part with it, because in COVID I had so much fun in this little Tier 2 destroyer, which is actually a rip-off of the German Tier 2 destroyer. I don't know why I have much fun in this, but I do. So then if we go to the other lines, I'm only at Tier 5 on the European, which is the Visby. They're all destroyers. The Dutch is quite new, of course, so I'm probably not. I'm only at Tier 4 on the Dutch, the De Ruyter. And the others are even newer, so I'm probably even lower level. So this is Commonwealth. I'm at Tier 2 with the Port Jackson. With the Pan American, I'm at Tier 2. And of course with the Spanish, I am at, funny that, Tier 2. So where does the collector's patch comes from? Well, if I do that and untick that and compact carousel it and do 4, you'll see how many ships I've physically got on this account. Hence I got the collector's patch. I wanted the collector's patch and flag really bad, because it's not something you can just go and get. Oh well, I suppose it is. I suppose you could get the credit card out, spend 7,000 quid and buy all the ships. But most of these ships, I think with the exception of the Ark Congo, I may have paid 5 quid for that real money in a special event that was ran either just before or at the beginning of COVID. Other than that, every ship I have ground, played and ground. Doesn't sound anything, does it really? But when you take a tech tree and pick any one you like, take the Japanese. So as you can see, I've unlocked the Aoba Tier 7. So to get a Tier 9 ship, let's say the Ibuki, look how much I've got to grind. 343,000 XP. To get a Tier 9 Izumo, 401,000 XP. And that's on an account that's already at Tier 6. So if we look at the Russian, which is Tier 7, to get the Vladivostok, I still need 106,000 XP. Don't forget, this is a free-to-play account. It's not, you know, I don't spend money every month on a premium 30 days. It's a free-to-play, which means you are getting the shit end of the stick. It's great that you can play it for free, but if you've got any ideas or designs on, you know, getting this sort of account with bugger all, it's going to take you a couple of years just to get to this stage. Now, alright, I had a massive break from it because I suffered from burnout. I got to the stage where, you know, I couldn't even log in. So anyway, I just wanted to show you that I have put my time in on World of Warships, and therefore you can hopefully understand why I was so excited with the LESTA one, because the LESTA one is just everything you could ever want in the game. It's everything that Wargaming's version is not, but of course you have to wait until the honeymoon period is over, because I would imagine both are pretty much the same. The only difference is that the Russian one is a lot more generous on a day-to-day basis. But now that the Russian government has taken over it, we will have to see if that carries on to be held true. Is the bloody boss stock upgraded? Well, it is and it isn't. So we need a good ludge of free XP. And we've got nothing else at the minute on here that says we're going to get it. So let's go and do a straight battle in the bloody boss stock. Unupgraded, so with stock. You have to bear that in mind. But, you know, the LESTA one to me is how it should be, in that, you know, you play your bot battles, you grind all your kit out, you get them, and then you go into the big boy matches. You know, there is an argument to be had to say, well, you know, maybe you should go straight into the big boy matches and screw it, but you know, you're going to end up getting your arse kicked every match, and the problem with that is it gets real old real quick. Just saying. At least in bot battles you've got a fairly good chance of success. 2 submarines at tier 8. Now, when you get up to tier 10, you run the risk of 2 submarines and 2 carriers. Believe you me, it ain't fucking fun. So, hence why my World of Warships account, except for one line, stops at tier 6. The other thing to say about going beyond tier 6 in World of Warships is you really do need to buy a premium account every month. You really do need to buy 30 days of premium, because to run a free-to-play account as I did with no premium, just the odd day of freebie handout from Wargaming, you know, it's going to take you an awful long while to unlock or do anything. It really, really is. So, you know, this is just the benefit of my experience. I'm sure there is a ton of much better players than me out there who would heartily disagree and who have a very cool way of grinding up tech trees really fast. Well, look, I've watched many an expert stream and videos on how to grind fast, both in World of Warships, World of Tanks, cripes, nearly killed that Fiji, and War Thunder. And do you know what? They're all bullshit, because at the end of the day, if you're a free-to-play player, the one thing you've got to put in is a shit ton of time. That's the currency that you're playing with. And the problem is with that is A, having the time, and B, having the drive to do it. Now, you saw that my main Wargaming account is tier 6 with the exception of the Russian tier 7. That was 2 years of hard graft. You got your tier 10 in the first month. Yeah, good for you. Like I say, if you've got the time, if you're prepared to get the credit card out, and you know, if you're just as a pure 100 free-to-play player, 100% free-to-play player, and you would like a fleet, you ain't getting a tier 10 in a month. Believe you me. If you're solely focused on one tier 10 ship, then you've got a chance. But you know, is that really good fun? Is that variety? Does that make you want to log in and have fun and enjoy yourself? Or are you logging in just for the sake of, oh, I've got to get the tier 10, I've got to get the tier 10, got to get the tier 10? Because I've not seen a single person on YouTube, Twitch or Rumble who is ground from tier 1 to tier 10 as a free-to-play player without getting the credit card out, without buying premium, just absolute free-to-play. I've never... And if you can... I was playing in Steam, so it tracked it completely free to play. I like the British light cruisers, so yeah, you're a masochist, which is fine, but then one assumes you ended up with one tier 10 ship and not a fleet across different nations. Just saying. And I'm surprised you went for the British cruiser line, because they're AP only, no HE. And the most popular line surely is the Japanese, because you're just an HE spam bot. But look, we're all different. Whatever. Whatever. But yeah, it is possible to get a tier 10 in a month completely free to play, but you are literally thrashing one ship line and you are grinding your arse off. Yeah, and never enough time for more than one tier 10, absolutely. Not only that, as a free-to-play player, once you get to tier 10, playing your tier 10 is almost prohibitive because it's so expensive to run the consumables, to repair the ship, you know, everything about tier 10, let alone tier 11, is just so expensive that it's almost not doable. Missed shit. It's almost not doable as a free-to-play player. Oh well, if we eat one, we eat one. Missed it, good. Once you get that darn scores out the way. I did research, the Brits have the most DPM in the tech tree. Yeah, I know, but they're also, I mean, don't get me wrong, I love the British line, I really do, but for different reasons to yourself. But I find the British cruiser line to be so goddamn boring, because it's AP. And the way that Wargaming works is you over-penetrate most light cruisers or destroyers and do 0 damage, or get a ricochet, or get one of them shots that goes straight through and out the other side and does no damage. And I just personally, I found it tedious. But yeah, for you personally, good choice. I get. The thing is, at the end of the day, it really doesn't matter which nation you go for, which ship line you go for, as long as you enjoy it and are having fun. That's all that matters, because is that not why we play games in the first place? To relax and have fun. I hope it is. You get ricochets, yes. No overpens because low fuse times, okay. So, you know, I mean, look, it's horses for courses, but whichever way you look at it, Wargaming is nowhere near as generous as LESTA. The only thing that worries me about LESTA is, are they going to be around much longer now? Vladimir Vladimirovich has taken over. But anyway, that's the benefit of my hindsight. And the other thing you've got to bear in mind is I'm a casual player on World of Warships. Now, if we go back to the heady days of Guild Wars 1, I was one of the best farmers, bar none. I had 32 characters on my account, one main, the rest were all farmers, and I used to love it. That's when I had the time, worked from home, and still had a family. But I was able to put the time in to grind all that stuff out. It's the same with World of Warships. If you've got the time to grind the crap out of everything, yeah, these all need upgrading, don't they? Then that's fine. But if, like me, you're just a casual player, you haven't got time to grind from tier 1 to tier 10. It's like War Thunder. I've seen it so many times. Oh, you want to do this plane, those. You've still got to do 30 battles, 50 battles, 100. You can't get away from that fact. You're starting me a Cobley on the British line. Well, you'll find that your Mere Cobley account matches your World of Warships account within a day, maybe 2. You know, and that's why I always giggle when people say, "Oh, I'm not fucking starting all over again." Fuck that. And I think you have no idea how generous this game is at the beginning. So if you choose oh yeah, War Thunder's just your worst fucking nightmare. And it's bad enough if you're grinding aircraft, but then if you throw tanks into the mix, warships, oh, you just end up with no fucking life. Absolutely no life, unless you're going to get the credit card out. You must remember to take it in the context that whenever I talk about my experience in games, it's because I'm a cheap bastard and want others to be able to replicate what I've done without getting the credit card out. So that's where I come from, just an absolute cheap bastard. But that's the way I work. I just, you know, I know people have spent £5,000, £6,000, £7,000 on these games, and good luck to them, and it's their business. It's nothing to do with me personally. I think it's fucking crazy. But if it's your pleasure and your leisure, I know people who have spent £5,000 on skins and stuff in Call of Duty, in Fortnite, in League of Legends, and it goes on and on and on. You know, and I go on to so many YouTube streamers and Twitch streamers and Rumble streamers where their community contributors have had everything thrown at them for free, from premium game time to ships to you name it, consumables, camos, and that doesn't represent your average everyday run-of-the-mill ho-hum free-to-play cheap bastard. That'll be Ebeez then. That'll be me. Really. You're just going to turn away, big boy. Try and hit these little fuckers. Wow, that's a baptism of fire. Go on, run into it. Ooh, just a tad too much. And don't forget, I'm a casual player and I enjoy the pants out of it. I really do. I play for fun. Look at that. Twat slowed down. Twattington. He's done. So, you know, it's horses for courses. If you're, you know, a serious player and want to put an awful lot of real world money into the game, etc., well, do you know what? Good luck to you. That's your business. And fill your boots. Personally, I've got better things to spend my hard-earned fucking money on than shit that doesn't exist in reality, i.e. pixel tanks, pixel ships. You know, don't forget I've also got a World of Tanks account, which was an original beta test account, and that again is a collector's account. But I stopped playing World of Tanks consciously because the amount of money you can spend on that game collecting pixel tanks is virtually unlimited. Literally. Virtually unlimited. And I was getting to the stage where, oh fuck it, you know, I'm going to treat myself, have this tank. And then when they started introducing loot containers, I thought, nah, fuck it. I am not going down the gambling road for tank ships, or, you know, I wouldn't walk into a betting shop and hand over 300 quid on a bet. So why on earth would I hand over to Wargaming, you know, 150 quid or 250 quid for a load of pixel containers which may or may not contain what it is I desire? Forget it. If it's not in the tech tree, then forget it. Ebeez won't be having it. It's as simple as that. They keep up in... Yeah, absolutely. And you know, when I was playing the game in COVID, the top ships in COVID are so different to the top ships now because of power creep, because of, you know, new ships and new systems that they've added and taken stuff away. You know, when I used to grind as a free-to-play, camouflages and signal flags meant something. It meant you could grind a tech tree line much quicker than without them because they had all sorts of bonuses. Now in Wargaming, camos don't mean dick shit. Economic flags don't mean dick shit. They're just purely cosmetics. Oh, hang on. They've introduced their own economic boosters, which you can buy for doubloons or real money. How about fuck right off? With pleasure. So as well as packing World of Tanks in, after COVID I just packed World of Warships in. I had a great time doing my account. I loved it. I had, you know, great fun, but at the end of the day I was not gonna be a hoe to Wargaming, the same as I'm not gonna be a hoe to LESTA. I've already pretty much got everything that my heart could desire on this account. I don't know what we've got on the British. We've got the Herpes and the Repulse. On the German we've got the Emden and the Rennes. And on the American we've got the Tier 5 Hill, the Tier 4 Langley. Because at the end of the day the honeymoon period is going to come to an end. And it's going to get to the stage where, you know, look, it is what it is, and it's going to be very similar to Wargaming. But I believe LESTA will be more generous in what they give away. And, you know, you can have an account like this within a day. If you grind, within 2 days, if you're casual like me. A couple of days and you'll be having yourself this sort of account. You can only spaff off at the thought of having this sort of account on Wargaming. Believe you me, it's fucking hard work. And for a free to play casual player, you know, who has a life and a family and all the rest of it and can't play the game 24/7, well, You know, you're in a world of shit, to coin a phrase from Full Metal Jacket. So anyway, that's enough for me banging the drum. I guess really we should just enjoy it. I'm a little short of free XP to do the Jap on this account, whereas on the other account we have got the Jap. But I guess if we're going to not care about having a synchronised account name, I could play the Captain Ebeez one, and I could play on the Wargaming my old account. It's not the beta tester account, as I say. I mean, again, on the beta tester account as a free to play, I just stopped solid at tier 6 because I knew I would not be able to afford, as a free to play player, to run a tier 8, 9 and 10. You just run out of credits. You absolutely run out of credits. You got no chance. Anyway, you know, and Wargaming just keep upping and upping and upping the cost of everything, and it just gets to the stage where you think, well, what's the freaking point? So here's my Ren. I don't even know if I've upgraded this yet. Yeah, it is fully upgraded, so that's good. Exterior, see, they give you all these permanent camouflages for free, which is amazing. Good luck getting that out of Wargaming. Oh, sorry. And they do have sales the same as Wargaming. As you can see, you get your little on sale flashes with the discounts, etc. But again, to get the Vessar on this account, I've still got to grind out 34,000 XP plus then all the upgrades before I can even think about the tier 8. Whereas on this account I've actually spaffed it off on the Russian line, and hate the Russian line. Well, that's my own fault, I'm afraid. I can only blame myself. But anyway, look, that's the benefit of my personal experience with wargaming on World of Warships and World of Tanks, and with Gaijin on War Thunder. Both great games, but you have no grasp of just how much time investment as a free-to-play player you're going to have to put in. To say what, I have a tier 8 or tier 9 or tier 10 pixel vehicle that could be taken away tomorrow if they decide to shut the servers down. Wasn't that a waste of life? Well, no, it wasn't. If you enjoyed the pants out of it and had much fun, you know, that's absolutely fine. But in reality, that's what you're looking at. It's not like you've put 2 years of worth of work in and there's the final product, bang. And this is the trouble with cyber and digital. It doesn't really exist, does it? So anyway, that's just my 10 penneth. That being said, you know, as a free-to-play player and somebody who's never going to spend a goddamn penny on the game, I would heartily recommend it to anybody and everybody who wants a casual free-to-play game. Don't worry about the World of Warship hoes who think they're it. You know, there's those types of people in every multiplayer game. Hey up, Don. It's Captain Pugwash. I love it, Don. Love it. So it doesn't matter whether you're playing World of Warcraft, World of Warships, you know, oh fucking hell, anything that's online, Guild Wars 2, there's always, oh, you know, I've been here since year dot, I'm at your shit. There's always that brigade. However, you'll also find there's also, offset by that, a ton of amazingly kind, friendly, helpful people that you'll run into as well. The beauty of these sorts of games are, if you don't want to meet anybody, you want to play completely solo, alone, you can do. You don't have to ever interact with anybody, which I think is really cool. But yeah, it's your choice anyway. Whatever. You know, if you throw enough time at anything, you'll achieve your goals. It's whether you can afford to throw that time. You know, what suffered because you've put all that time and effort solid into going from tier 1 to tier 10. Well, I guess straight away your health suffered. Number 2, I guess you've got no social life. Number 3, I guess friends are kind of a fantasy thing. That was a bit hopeful of me to try and hit a destroyer with torpedoes, wasn't it? But this is the new me. Just saying, this is the new me. And I know destroyers are incredibly manoeuvrable, but that's not a reason to not have a crack at him. He's dead. Sod it. So anyway, at the end of the day, as long as you're enjoying yourself, that's all that matters. If you're having fun and enjoy yourself, well, I have a little saying, fuck everybody else, fill your boots. Oh, that jammy bastard's missed them both, and here's me thinking I was getting better as well. How you doing, Don? Alright, my duck? Hope you're safe and well. Karlsruhe. Great German ship. Oh, it's turning away from them. And I don't think I'm going to be able to citadel him, attacking him at this angle. We'll have a go. Boom! Right in the middle. It went down the middle. Oh, what we got here? A Kuznetsov. Captain Tupolev. Well, we'll have a go at wrecking this champ's day, that's for sure. Right down his forecastle. See ya. Boom, don't want to be ya. Jawohl, Sturmmeinführer. I'm not sure if you're allowed to say that in this modern day, but anyway. Let's have a go. Really? Bumps a daisy. You can teach monkeys to fly better than that. Right down his forecastle. Boom! And we did get a thingy-majig, a doobry, a whatchamacallit, citadel. Achtung, Achtung! Jagdgeschwader 55th Abteilung. I do chat shit sometimes. But nevertheless, it does result in pure pleasure. So yeah, if you've come here for a skilled World of Warship players live stream, mightily disappointed you're gonna be. Bang on, Bet, bang on. Taka 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 taka. But to say that I love it is an understatement. I love lots of things in life. I do love Linux, even though I'm not on it at the minute. I do love my Star Wars The Old Republic. I do love World of Warships. I do love Morrowind. Oh, there's so many games. You know, I'm a Warframe hoe. You really would not want to see my fucking Warframe account. I'm a Guild Wars 1 hoe. You know, so, but this is all free to play, not spending a dime on the account. Believe you me, I have been tempted in the past to spend a dime on the accounts. Well, they are. Well, one did. Yeah, I'm going to lose the whole squadron now to a fucking fighter. Really. Oh, this game is so fucked up, it's unreal. And yet I still love it. I love it to bits. Because the other thing I love about this game is you can be a shit terrible player like me and have a ton of fun for free. There's not that many games out there where you can do that. And you know, yeah, it might take you a while to get to where you want to go, as long as you have fun along the way. And I love Don saying the best, just use and play what works for you, and don't worry about anything else. And if you're not having fun and you're not enjoying it, don't fucking do it. Simple as that. Simple as that. Just don't do it. Me, I'm having the time of my life. It's a blast. Hopefully we should get big boy battles quite quickly now, because it's that time of day, isn't it? Hopefully. Although I think Mother Russia is ahead of us in time, and probably most of the Russian population are trying to dodge conscription, just saying, which is not a joke and it's not funny. But no, it's just fact and reality. You know, with Putin's special military operazioni. Yeah, of course we all know it's that, don't we? We all know it was Ukraine that started the war and not Russia. Yeah, of course we do. Anyway, I'm not going to get into all that shit. That's not my concern. But yeah, I certainly am enjoying the crap out of both World of Warships and LESTA's World of Ships. Why LESTA didn't call it World of Battleships? Because I guess it's not all battleships, is it? I guess ships covers everything. So as you can see, I mean, actual entry time into big boy battles ain't that much quicker than wargaming at most times of the day. At certain times of the day when there's tons of players on, well, you'll get in fairly quick. But as you can see here, we're fastly approaching the 2-minute mark. If we approach the 3.5-minute mark, then I'll just leave the queue, because I can rack up the bot battles or go into operations. And this is the other problem you've got, you know, time. We're in 2 minutes and 2 seconds to get a game. Well, you take 2 minutes over 100 games, that's a lot of fucking wasted time. I'm just saying. Big boy battles. Well, big boy battles, it's you versus real world players. There's no bots. It's all your seasoned hoes. And in most cases you'll get your asses handed to you. Because, you know, you're in the realms of the SEAL clubbers and the serious players. I'm just a casual free-to-play player, enjoying the shit out of it. So, There is of course going to be a price to pay for that. But hey ho. And when you think I'm a beta test player of the game, alright, they gave me a patch, but they never gave me a flag, no fuck all. This is Wargaming, of course. So that's the difference between big boy battles. The other battles are real players versus all bots. Big boy battles are real players versus real players. So this is true PvP. So these players are much better than the bots, obviously, and they will do shit that you don't expect, and their ships will all be pimped out and fucking you name it, their ships will be it. So this Phoenix, chances are I'll get shot down before I can even get to the ship. Boom! We did 561 damage. I'm guessing I won't even get near the carrier, but we'll try. No, we did a bit more damage. So I've done 1,000 damage so far. What fucking do? Just saying. Unless you get good fast, you can't play War Thunder Realistic. Oh, I love War Thunder Realistic. But what War Thunder Realistic doesn't tell you is it's 20 minutes of fucking around and 15 seconds of combat. You take that over 100 games. That's an awful lot of realistic fucking around, just saying. And that's why most people don't play realistic, because it's bad enough that you spend 20 minutes trying to find the enemy, but then when you find the enemy, you know, the pilots are hose, the planes are pimped the fuck out, and you just spent 20 minutes of your time to what? Get shot down. So yeah, it's a difficult one, but I get it. You see, this asshole's turning into me. Well, you're still going to eat one, which is the correct thing to do. Yeah, you still had one, didn't you, Miyagi? Mr. Miyagi. And I've got the little torpedo struck flag to prove it. But we're not going to let that put us off. We're still going to ride your ass. So yeah, you know, nobody explains this to you. It's like playing ranked or clan battles in World of Warships. You know, unless you know what you're fucking doing, you're just going to get your arse handed to you, and you're going to end up spending a lot of time for absolutely fuck all. That's really all you're going to do. A lot of time for nothing. Because all you're going to do is get yourself an arse ton of fail, and that's going to make you get bored of the game quickly, and that's going to encourage you to quit the game altogether and move on to something more fun and more entertaining. With LESTA, because they give you so much right at the beginning, you kind of want to log in. Whereas when you log into your Wargaming account, you think, oh fucking hell, here we go again. You know, and to put it into perspective, if you need 340,000 XP to get a tier 8 ship of whatever kind, and you're an average casual free-to-play player who by and large is bagging around 300 XP per battle, just work out how many fucking battles that's going to take you. Oh my lord. Have a bit of that. Have a bit of that, big boy. So yeah, you know, it's how you look at it now. if you don't mind being a free-to-play player and you enjoy getting 300 XP a battle and you're not in any rush, well, go knock yourself out. That'll be me then. But most people will just go, do you know what, fuck that, I'll get the credit card out. Sorry, 1 second all. Sorry about that, and we're back. So, yeah, it's how you look at it, but anybody that thinks they're going to do a tier 1 to 10 in a couple of days that's not on LESTA, like I say, you've either got no life or you've got the credit card out and just bought yourself a tier 10 ship. Simple as that. I think they're going to miss. You jammy bastard. And I do need to put these into him, whether he likes it or not, because he's heading straight for my carrier. So we need to keep taking lumps out of the bastard, and I think even those are going to miss. So shit am I at World of Warships. Do you know what? It doesn't matter. Why? Because I fucking love it. I absolutely adore it. It's great fun, and as a free-to-play casual player, well, knock yourself out. Okay, so the bomber Begleidson's... Oh, he's gone. He's done. That was lucky. Okay, so what we got left, just their carrier left. So actually, we can put our carrier on its way to the sea cap circle, but we're going to win this big boy battle with absolutely no help from me. The team did it, I certainly didn't. Ouch. Just the tinnitus here, but turn the music up and drown it out. Music. Is the music too loud, Don? Apart from a permanent migraine, I'm okay. Yeah, her migraine is not because of the music. If the music, the in-game music's too loud, let me know, I'll turn it down. Be a pleasure. And there's the Langley dead. We were just having a leisurely pleasure flight. Now a good bot match, I'd get anything up to 300 XP. In the big boy matches, nearly 1000 XP for doing bugger all. So obviously if you're a good player, then you can do up to 3000 XP a battle. So again, grinding a ship isn't too taxing for you. But again, don't forget, I have free premium. Just saying. And as I say, if we compared that to Wargaming, oh my lord. Lordy, lordy. Right, there you go, everybody. I'm going to end the live stream here. I hope you've enjoyed it. I'm going to carry on playing some World of Warships, but I'll probably play on my main Wargaming. That really does look good. LESTA graphics are so way better than Wargaming's graphics. That is stunning. And Dobry did tell me that they had upgraded both the graphics, the visuals and the audio. But anyway, there you go, everybody. Thank you for your support. I hope you're enjoying the streams. Much love. Have a wonderful evening. Take care, and I'll see you in the next live stream. Cheers, everybody. Much love.